Om Sivoham, Om Sivoham, Rudranamam Bhajeham. Om Sivoham, Om Sivoham, Rudranamam Bhajeham.
Namaste, Sitaram, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to Rudraaya. I am your host, Nisha Sharma, and Rudraaya is being brought to you with the kind compliments of Rudraaya Mandir. And of course, our Mandir is located at 850 Tapscott Road, Unit 34 in Scarborough, with Tapscott and McNichol being our closest intersection. So today is a very special day. Actually, this weekend is a very special weekend. And today's episode of Rudraaya is dedicated to our daughter, Ravisha Sharma, as she celebrates her 17th birthday this weekend. So for those of you who joined us last night, actually yesterday was her birthday, and she chose to celebrate her birthday through a 3-session Gyan Yagna that continues tonight. So if you missed last night, please join us tonight at Rudraaya Mandir, and we conclude tomorrow morning during Sunday morning service. So tonight's service will start at 6:30, will end at 8:30, and then tomorrow morning it will be ending during our Sunday morning service. So Ravisha, on behalf of the crew at Rudraaya Mandir as well as Rudraaya TV, we want to wish you a happy birthday, and we dedicate this entire segment to you. We'll now join our spiritual leader, Pandit Ravi Sharma, for our katha. Enjoy.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam praja. Aham tva sarva papevyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 It tells us, one who comes and Hari ki Sharan tu ho ja. One who comes and surrenders themselves and they rely upon the Lord and they say, Lord, in life, what I have gained, what I have accomplished, of course, it's like 2 wings of a bird. You don't just pray and pray and pray and figure out everything will fall upon your lap. But like the next wing on the bird, you will pray, but it will also do hard work. Hard work pays off in the end. So the Lord himself indicates it is like 2 wings on a bird. And so they go side by side. Through hard work, through perseverance, we gain. Through God's blessing, we attain. And we continue to have. And it will continue to remain. So one who will come and take shelter upon your lotus-like feet, Hari ki sharan tu ho ja, who will take the shade under you and realize that all that we have really and truly, even though we have worked and we've studied so hard, or we have built so much with our own hard work and our own sweat, really and truly, that you were the driving force at the end. Because the moment that we feel that we were not ever the driving force, then this is where we have fallen back. Devotees, in such manner, it is indicated that this Jivan Milena Firna Jivan Kupale. Jiva itself means this human birth. This human birth was bestowed upon you for a special reason. Children were given for special reason to be born in certain families. Devotees, in the same manner, that do not misuse it. The wise have indicated that many indicate while they are young, let them enjoy life. Let them enjoy life. And as time goes by, where has life gone by? Within the twinkle of an eye. That's why, the scriptures, there's beautiful verses and all that tells us. Pare bhagya manushatana paya sudadura lavasava grandana paya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai
Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai
Sadhan dham moksha kardwar jai Siya Ram Sadhan dham moksha kardwar paina Vishrama Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jai Jaya Ram Shri Ram
My dear viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this morning's katha, and as I mentioned this morning, this entire segment is dedicated to our daughter Ravisha Sharma as she celebrates her birthday this weekend through a 3-session Gyan Yagna. So come on down tonight and join us as we continue this celebration. And we just want to spend a few moments on Ravisha and reflect on what a wonderful young lady Ravisha has grown into, and she has made us all proud at Maharudraaya Mandir. And of course, if you ask any of the family members, which is our extended family, our congregation at Maharudraaya Mandir, they will, they'll tell you about how wonderful and how well cultured a young woman Ravisha is. So today's program is dedicated to her as she celebrates her birthday.
इन्हीं लोगों ने 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 ले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा इन्हीं लोगों ने ले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा ओ दुपट्टा मेरा जिसने 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 ये शर्फी घसीटीना दुपट्टा मेरा, जिसने ये शर्फी घसीटीना दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा। इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने ले ले लेना दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा। हमरी ना मानो रंजामा से पूछो, हमरी ना मानो सैया, हमरी ना मानो रंजामा से पूछो। जिसने 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 गुलाबी रंग डीना दुपट्टा मेरा, जिसने गुलाबी रंग डीना दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा। इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लेना दुपट्टा मेरा, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लेना दुपट्टा मेरा। इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लेना दुपट्टा मेरा, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लेना दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा।
Without further ado, we'll join our own Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon for Health segment.
Sitaram and welcome to Health Corner. I am Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon and this is the 4th episode in our 7-part series on diabetes. Last week, we spoke about the risk factors for developing type 2 diabetes. We also highlighted the fact that South Asians and West Indians are at a higher risk for developing this disease as compared to the rest of the North American population. This week, we will be discussing who should be tested and how this testing is done. The family physician is always your resource to routine screening for diabetes and other health conditions. The Canadian Diabetes Association recommends that everyone over the age of 40 be tested every 3 years for diabetes. If you have any of the risk factors for type 2 diabetes, then you should be tested both earlier and more frequently by your family physician. Since these risk factors are very important to know, I will summarize them again. Having a first-degree relative with diabetes, being South Asian, West Indian, Aboriginal, Hispanic, or African descent, anyone over the age of 40, being obese, especially around the abdomen, having high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or heart disease, a history of having a large baby over 4 kilograms, having polycystic ovarian syndrome, and having a history of gestational diabetes. There are different types of tests that are performed for diabetes screening and monitoring. Some of you may already be familiar with some of these tests. The most common screening tool is a fasting blood test. This measures your fasting blood glucose level, and based on these results, your physician can tell you what category you fall into. If your fasting levels are normal, then there's no need for concern, and you continue to screen once every 3 years. If you have high blood glucose levels, then you are diagnosed as being diabetic. Those in the moderate zone are considered pre-diabetic and require more frequent monitoring to see if they progress into the diabetic level. Usually, these blood tests also look at a specific protein called the hemoglobin A1C. If you are diabetic, you may have seen this test in your blood work. This protein level gives the average of your blood glucose levels for the past 3 months and is therefore regarded as a more accurate indicator of your long-term blood glucose control. If you are diabetic, then self-testing at home is an important tool. You should test your blood glucose with a glucose meter every day and record these levels down for review by your family physician. There are many logs that are available, but the Canadian Diabetes Association has a great log for you to record your target levels before meals and 2 hours after meals. This information is essential to your physician when trying to determine if your medication and lifestyle activities are controlling your diabetes. Next week, we will discuss the many important complications of diabetes and highlight why blood glucose control is so important. Feel free to contact me with requests and comments at maharudrayavmandir@gmail.com. Thank you for joining me on Health Corner, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week on Rudraaya.
My dear viewers, we are at the corporate segment of Rudraaya, and Kamalji has some important messages that he'd like to share with you. So we'll now join Lotus Funeral Home.
Sitaram and Namaste. My name is Kamal Bardwaj and I am the owner of Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center. I am also a licensed funeral director. I've been asked by many Hindu families about what happens after someone passes away at the hospital. Generally speaking, when someone passes away at the hospital, the body is kept in the hospital room for a short period of time. The hospital allows the family to spend time saying their goodbyes before the body is moved to the morgue of a hospital, which is equipped with refrigeration for the body. However, there are times where Lotus Funeral has been called to remove the body directly from the hospital room, as some families do not want their loved one brought to a morgue. This is coordinated with the nursing station on the floor of the hospital, along with hospital security and the discharge department. This can take some time for all this to happen to be approved, so depending on how busy the hospital may be, removing the body from a hospital room directly is not always allowed. There are many special things that we do for transporting Hindu people into our care from a hospital or any other place. We will place a tulsi leaf on top of the mouth as a Hindu religious gesture, as well as play Gayatri Mantra, for example, during the vehicle transfer back to Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center. When the person is in our care at Lotus, we have bhajans playing with the body. There are things that are unique with Lotus, as we believe in following proper Hindu customs and rituals. At Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center, we provide the utmost care in handling your loved one. Everyone is treated with dignity and respect. We treat everyone as if they were our own family member. We provide cremation services inside our building, so we do not have to travel to another location for cremation. Our crematorium witnessing area can accommodate a large number of people. The halls are large, from 500 seating to smaller rooms. We set up all the murtis as well as agarbatti and diyas as part of our services. Lotus Funeral operates 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, so your phone call is always answered. Centrally located, we service families from the east end and the west end of the city. Puja items and kirtan groups can be provided by Lotus. For more information, please contact me in the phone number on your screen. Thank you for watching, and see you next week on Rudraaya. Sitaram.
Life is beautiful, but death is inevitable. I realized this when my dad passed away. So much pain, and amidst all this, the worry of arranging a funeral. Thankfully, in all this, Kamal stood by me. From the viewing to the cremation, he arranged it all at one location. Once someone is gone, they don't come back. But Lotus Funeral Home knows how to give them a respectable farewell.
Lotus Funeral Home. Life must be celebrated.
तान जिया मान तान मारे जो पान गई जो मुरली की तान कर मधुर तान संग बाजे तान धन नन 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 बाजे मोहन पग पे जनी शब्द सुनने की ग्राम बंसी बजावत जान जाने सदा मेरे दादा पापा रे मानी दा पारे गारे सा दाना गिरता धाना गिरता धाना गिरता शब्द सुनने की ग्राम बंसी बजावत जान जाने धन नन 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 तन नन नन तीर्थ घूम नन 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 शन नन 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 शन नन 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 बाजे मोहन पग भेजनी संगीताय निधामान मग संगीताय समांगाय मग संगीताय सगा मग संगीताय सगा मांगाय मांगाय सनी नम गम धनी सनी नम गम धनी संगीताय धनी सा धनी सा धनी सा धनी सा मधनी 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 धनी सा धनी सा धनी सा मधनी 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 सा मधनी सा मधनी सा मधनी सा सनी नम सनी नम सनी नम सनी नम मम गग सनी नि सा सनी नि दा नि नि सा सनी नि दा मम गग सनी धनी सा 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 नि दा सा 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 म सा 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 शन नन 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 बाजे मोहन पग पे जनी शब्द सुनने की ग्राम बंसी बजावत जान जाने सासा नी दादा पापा रे मानी दा पारे गारे सा धाना गिरता धाना गिरता धाना गिरता शब्द सुनने की ग्राम बंसी बजावत जान जाने धन नन 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 तन नन तीर्थ घूम नन 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 शन नन 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 शन नन 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 बाजे मोहन पग पे जनी सगी बाज पग पे जनी सगी बाज पग पे जनी निसा 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 दानी 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 पदा 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 गमा पद निरसा पानी निसा पानी निसा पानी निसा पानी निसा गमा पद निदा पद निसा गमा पद निदा पद पमा गमा गारे सा निसा सगा मगा ता पदा निसा 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 धानी 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 गमा पद निदा पमा गमा पद निदा पमा गमा गारे सारे सारे सा सा गा गा मा गा सा सा गा गा मा धाना नी गा धानी गा धानी 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 ता मा पा गा मा धानी सा नी दा पमा गमा गारे सा नी सा नी सा गा मा धानी सा नी दा पमा गमा गारे सा नी सा गा मा धानी सा नी दा पमा गमा गारे सा नी सा सा गा गा सा सा गा गा मामा सा सा गा गा मामा दादा गा मामा दादा नी सा गा नी सा गा रे सा
My dear viewers, we've come to the end of another segment of Rudraaya. I hope you've enjoyed today's segment. We'd like to, of course, again, extend a warm happy birthday to Ravisha Sharma. She's celebrating her birthday this weekend. And we urge you to come on down and join us as the celebration continues at Maharudraaya Mandir tonight from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And we conclude tomorrow morning during Sunday morning service. So Ravisha would like to end by wishing you a happy, happy birthday. May Hanumanji shower his choicest blessings upon you for, continuing to thread the pathway that you are threading. We'd like to thank our kind sponsors at Maharudraaya Mandir, as well as our executive producer, Gauri Khan, for making Rudraaya possible. And as leaders of Mandir, I want to leave with you a very important message. Leaders do not force people to follow them, but they invite people to accompany them on a journey, a spiritual journey. So for those of you who are leaders of Mandirs out there, please remember that people will only follow you if you invite them to come along on a spiritual journey. So until we meet next week, have a blessed week. Namaste.
बार दिन ये आए, बार दिन ये गाए, बार दिन ये आए, बार दिल ये गाए, तू जिए हजारों साल, ये मेरी है आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to my darling, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to my darling, happy birthday to you. बेकरार हो के दामन थाम लूं मैं किसका, क्या मिसाल दूं मैं तेरी, नाम लूं मैं किसका। नहीं नहीं ऐसा हंसी कोई नहीं है, नहीं नहीं ऐसा हंसी कोई नहीं है, जिसमें ये नजर रुक जाए, बेमिसाल जो कहलाए, तो जिए हजारों साल, ये मेरी है आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to my darling, happy birthday to you.
शंभु महादेवा, शंभु महादेवा,
शंभु महादेवा, शंभु महादेवा।
हे गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा,
गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा,
हे गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा।